With any sports contest comes a special key component. They often wear black and white and carry the most prominent sounding tool of the game, their officials. One of those officials is Dave Farmer. He's 90 years young and is an active CIF-SOUTHERN section official and believed to be the oldest active high school referee in the country.
Keeps you young, keeps you young. I can still run up down the field with an 18-year-old, but not very fast. I never was fast though.
That's right, Mr. Farmer puts on his official's uniform for 4 Southern section sports across all 3 seasons.
I'm still doing football, volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Dave Farmer received his college diploma from the University of Redlands in 1956. He went on to teach, coach, and officiate.
38 years. I taught PE and driver ed, driver training.
He's known by dozens of people across the Inland Empire as Coach Farmer for his decades of service as a multi-sport coach. And he's officiated for just about every sport you could imagine.
My first job was at Fontana High School, and it was in 1956, before you were born. And my first game was in San Jacinto. I had to drive from Fontana High School to San Jacinto to work a two-man football, JV football game. I got $8 for that game. That's what they were paying back in 1956. My first varsity game, I went to Barstow High School on the high desert. They paid me $10 to go all the way to Barstow for a football game.
My name is Michael DeWeese. I am a former student and player of Coach Dave Farmer. My connection to Coach Farmer actually goes back to my father. My father and Coach Farmer played college baseball against one another. The connection deepened in 1979 when my father took over the Redlands varsity baseball program. His first phone call was to Coach Farmer to bring him in as his pitching coach. Having been a student and an athlete under Coach Farmer, I know emphatically that he was fair, that he was consistent, that he was understanding, and at the same time, very, very by the book. The game is to be played the right way at all times, and I'm sure that that's the same approach that Coach Farmer takes to his officiating.
When Coach Farmer isn't officiating a game, he's busy running his small business.
I have a mow and blow business and a sprinkler business, and I started this business. My wife got Alzheimer's, and I needed to come up with $4,000 a month to keep her in an Alzheimer's 24-hour care place, and that was more than my teacher's retirement. So I started mowing lawns and doing sprinkler work. People found out I could do sprinklers, and I made enough money to keep her in the Alzheimer's place until she died. She died 8 years ago.
And you're still doing this?
Yeah, I get all that money goes to my great-grandkids now. I have 4 great-grandkids, and when they go to college, they'll have money to go to college or start a business when they're 18 years old.
Coach Farmer's reputation is he's a worker. He just loves to stay busy, and this gives him an opportunity amongst his other activities to be out and about and active. And you look at Coach Farmer and you don't see a 90-year-old, you don't see a 60-year-old, and it's that extreme physical fitness that comes from being so active and being an active official.
Coach Farmer has received a number of accolades and recognitions for his dedication to sports and athletes.
Just so deserving of those awards because of an almost lifetime commitment to athletes with no signs whatsoever of stopping. I'm sure that Coach Farmer would tell you that he may have slowed a step or two, but he's still on the field, he's still on the court, he's still committed to and devoted to being the best official that he can possibly be, because that's what he recognizes local athletes deserve.
When he's out in town, he never fails to see a recognizable face.
Hey, Coach Farmer, how you doing?
You hear that a lot?
Oh yeah. I go out to dinner 3 nights a week. I go out to dinner and I always run into former students, and they say, "Hi, Coach Farmer, how you doing?" Or, "Do you remember me?" And of course I don't, because I hadn't seen them for 40 years, when they were in 9th grade. But when I go out to dinner in town or breakfast, I almost always run into former students or players that I referee their games.
It's always been a pleasure, and it's always been an honor to know Coach Farmer and someone who has this exemplary work ethic and just that heart, that philanthropic heart for giving back to local athletes.
Coach Farmer has no plans on slowing down. Spending quality time with his family, officiating, and landscaping will continue to occupy his time. And that's Coach Dave Farmer.